welcome. Alright, it's late, but this is because I had a relaxed day. So this is for yesterday's games. No games today. And then we keep her going tomorrow. That's the plan. So here are the recaps. This is board number 1, then I'll do board number 2. So we start with the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Edmonton Eagles. First of a 3-game set. Grizzlies, this is the one I covered. Grizzlies, they did a fantastic job offensively. They just kept run after run after run. I think probably the biggest, I think it was 9-4 at one point. And then a 2-run blast got Edmonton within 3, but they never really could recover from that awful mid-game. That's when all those runs came in 4th, 5th, maybe some in the 6th, I can't remember. It was almost like an offensive assault against the Edmonton Eagles. Grizzlies, fantastic win. They lead the series 2 games back. Let's see. Can they get the sweep? We'll see. The win to the Albuquerque Aliens and the San Francisco Firebirds. Second of a 3-game set. Series tied at 1. Pretty close one here, but the Firebirds, they hold on to the win, especially in the late innings. So they get on top with the lead, and then Albuquerque, they try to come back, but they lose. They just don't. They run out of outs. Really good job with the Firebirds defensively to win 4-3. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. For the Aliens, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors either. Series tied 1 game apiece. Then we head to the Montreal Expos and the Washington Monuments. First of a 3-game set between the two clubs. Montreal with a crazy one. They won it 6-5, probably in extras on 12 hits, no errors. Really good job, especially late in the game, to come back and win it. Win 6-5 over the Monuments. 5 runs, 11 hits for Washington. Good way to kick off a series. We'll see how it goes. Because this one, it could honestly, the series could be for Washington or Montreal. I don't know who's going to win it. The win to the Atlanta Arrows and the Philadelphia Liberty. Second of it, I believe, a 3-game set. Back-to-back wins. They take the first 2 games of the series. The Philadelphia Liberty win 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Atlanta Arrows 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors either. So, Atlanta struggled offensively. That was the problem in this game, and because of it, they lose. They need to get maybe a certain player, a certain set of players that you need maybe just a bit extra work in batting practice, maybe some extra training, because just want to see it, especially maybe it was a bad game. If it continues, you want to see, because Atlanta's a very good team. Now they've lost 2 in a row. I want to see. I get it. Philadelphia is also a really good team. I want to see Atlanta against. I want to see who their next opponent is, their next series. Because if they just start spiraling, they could become the next Orlando Sunrise, which they've spiraled out of control. They are in a free fall. Well, they've actually completely fallen. They're at the bottom of the Southeast. They were at the top 3 weeks ago. They're at the bottom now. It's incredible. So they just had 30 games in, nosedive. Strange. Really strange. Then we headed to the Oakland Ocean and the St. Louis Stars. The second of a 3-game set. Oakland won the second straight game against the Stars. Pretty close one, but they won it 4-3 on 7 hits, no errors. Stars with a crucial error that make a mistake. Could have probably contributed to the loss for St. Louis. 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. So St. Louis, just some bad defense. And maybe some bad relievers, stuff like that, possibly. I don't really know exactly how this game went since they don't give me access to them. I would love it to be like out of the park baseball, where in your franchise mind you can go back to any game and it will have a little recap. You can go back and go through every single game, and MLB The Show does not have that. Out of the park baseball, it's not exactly how I like it. The sim is just bad. Just gonna say it, the sim for Randall Park Baseball is bad, but I'm not talking about. Let's talk this league. So then we end the Columbus Aviators and the Minnesota Northern Lights back-to-back wins. This one was not as big of a win as the 9-1 win 2 days ago, but yesterday the Aviators win 3-1 over the Minnesota Northern Lights. Really good job defense. That's what won them this game. They do make a mistake, but they still win. 3 runs, 8 hits, and an error for the Columbus Aviators. And the Northern Lights, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. So good job for Columbus. Love it. I want the sweep. I'm hoping for a sweep for the Aviators. This team, they're good enough to keep me tuned in, but they're like the Reds pretty much. Good enough to keep you tuned in, but they struggle enough to not go anywhere. Like, because the Reds just they keep getting so close to the playoffs and then nope, so close, nope. That's pretty much. I'm used to it. I'm used to the teams that like finding a way to completely embarrass themselves. Yankees, Canucks, Reds, Blue Jackets until last season. New Jersey Devils, yep. Oh, yep. Although this last season wasn't their fault, but enough of me talking at real sports teams. Let's go back to this. Then we had the New Orleans Gators and New York Knights, second of a 3-game set. Gators with a big win here at home. They win at 4-3 over the New York Knights on 8 hits, no errors. Some good offense at the right time. Yeah, the thing in baseball, it's all about who's up to the plate. You can have if you have your superstar up to the plate at the right time, he could win you the game. Or just have nobody that does the same thing. It can help you, but if you have the wrong guy at the wrong time, it will hurt you. So maybe just some good luck for the Gators, but they win. They won one to tie the series and one against the New York Knights, which that is a tougher team to beat. The one team that I struggle with is the New York Sailors. I mean, I don't know why, but it does happen, and it is raining outside. Maybe you can hear it, I don't know. Probably. What the heck happened to my voice? Then we go to the San Diego Seals and the Texas Twisters. Pretty big win for San Diego, just like the Aviators game 2 days ago. So yesterday, the San Diego Seals with a 7-1 win over the Texas Twisters. On 11 hits, no errors. 1 run, 5 hits for the Twisters. Also no errors. San Diego, just great job offensively. They just blew it wide open. There was no way Texas could come back with the time left. Great job, San Diego. Series started at 1. Then we head to the bottom row. Then we'll have board 2 after this. Just the 3 games will be on board 2. So, first of the 3 games set. Pretty lame game, to be honest. But the Sailors with a 1-0 win over the Toronto Huskies to start off a 3-game set. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Just they brought the 1 run home and won in the game. And there isn't much to this series, this game at all. There just isn't. Sailors lead 1-0. Then we get to the Chicago Railers and Las Vegas Gamblers. So the Railers, a similar struggle to the Aliens up here. Very similar, exact same score. Same thing happened. Very similar. Vegas, they get up early. Aliens try to come back. They get close, and then it doesn't work out. That's what happened with both these games. Probably. I mean, Chicago, they took the first game of the series. But, yeah. That's why I'm not sure if they're going to become a playoff team, because they find a way to lose embarrassing games. They're kind of like, they're like the San Jose Sharks. They're going to win against your good teams, but since they play a bad team, no, they don't win. That was the Sharks maybe just last year they were like that. I know I'm doing references to all kinds of sports, but yeah, because I like hockey and baseball. Those are the 2 I reference a lot. Maybe every once in a while I might reference football. And now it is pouring outside. Whoa. Yeah, you're gonna hear it is absolutely pouring. Hard rain. Wow. So then we had the Detroit Motors and the Boston Whalers, second of a 3-game set. Back-to-back wins for the Motors. The Detroit Motors here, and this one, similar to San Diego, they just blew it so wide open, you can't come back. Defensively, for Boston, Texas. Hope it's just one game. For both these teams, especially Boston. 12 runs, 12 hits, so that means for every single base runner, they scored a run. They scored every single one they got aboard, which is just insane. Or at least by the stats, that is. I don't know if that actually, because they could have scored a guy who walked. It doesn't matter, but for every base runner, they scored a run, which is that means you're doing really good offensively. Motors have win back-to-back games against the Whalers. That's incredible. They'll lead the series 2-0 because Boston, they have Shohei Ohtani. They're a great team. They are a great team. Then we have the final game of this board. Then we'll go to board number 2. We have the Houston Cosmos in the Cincinnati Stingers. A big win for Cincy. They do struggle. Almost pretty much just like the actual the Cincinnati Reds. They both play in the same city. One's in my custom league, one's a real team. Cincinnati, they just find ways to win surprising games, and then they find a way to disappoint you. This team, they're up and down. 8-1 win over the Cosmos. That's a really good win because Cosmos are a pretty good team. 8-1 win, no hits, 1 error for Cincy. They hold the Cosmos to just 1 run, 9 hits, and they make an error as well. Oh, that was a mistake. Cincinnati Stingers lose the first of it. This is a first of a 3-game series. That should say 1-0. Not gonna change. I'm about to erase everything on this board anyway, and we'll move to board number 2. So here's board number 2. So we got this Orlando Sunrise on the Seattle Sasquatch. Seattle Sasquatch with a pretty close win here over the Orlando Sunrise. The Sunrise fought back hard, but Seattle Sasquatch they come and they snatch that lead 6-5 late, and they win it 6-5 over the Orlando Sunrise. 9 hits, 1 error for the Seattle Sasquatch. Good start to this series. They lead the series 1-0. Now I over to Utah. The Utah Raptors, a 3-1 win up the Memphis Blues on 8 hits. Memphis Blues, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Good job of the Raptors shutting down Utah. They only allowed 3 hits and a run to score for the Raptors. Good job defensively, and that's what wins them this game. They have that 2-run lead. They just ride through and they win it 3-1. They take a 2-0 series lead. So then first the walkover off over the Memphis Blues. Then they win the series with this 3-1 win. They're going to try and get the sweep tomorrow. Should I cover that? Maybe I do. Maybe I think I might cover game 3. I want to see Utah get the sweep. That'd be fun. Oh, I'm not necessarily rooting for them though. Going to the final game for yesterday. We have the Tampa Bay Titans and the Portland Anchors. Second of a 3-game set. Actually, I have it right on my Xbox right here. Back-to-back losses for the Tampa Bay Titans. The first game was really close. Portland wins 4-3. And then in game 2, Tampa Bay flatlines. 1 run, 3 hits. That's it. Great job with the Anchors defensively. And they had the same thing with some of the teams on board number 1 had just scores, just so many runs that the other team doesn't really have a chance to come back. And then because you're good defense, which the Portland had high scoring, good defense. It results in stuff like this. So that'll do it. And I'm Thomas Rose, and I'll see you. Hope you enjoyed the recaps. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.